Hello again, everybody. Thanks for joining us for another one of our video series on Net2phone and the products and features that we offer. My name is Matthew Sharp. I am a channel manager here at Net2phone. With me again today is our stellar pre-sales engineer, Jason Tellis. And Jason, I think today we want to cover the uh, the mobile app for the UCAS product.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna jump right into it, but definitely we're gonna demo the Net2phone mobile app. A few things to just go over. The Net2phone mobile app is iOS and Android compatible, so it'll definitely work on any smartphone device. And also, this mobile app is included with all of our call plans. So with all of our plans, it's included. There's no additional cost for the mobile app. So definitely, if you have those users that are remote, working, maybe they're more mobile or they work out in the field or from home, this is a great tool that a user can use. That's part of the phone system. It's associated to their extension. So if they have a desk phone and they're working from home or they're in and out of the office, the mobile app is a great tool so that that user can still receive calls, make business type outbound calls, receive their voicemail, among other functions and features that are included on the mobile app. And I'm going to go over that now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen and I'll go through a couple verifications here to ensure that you're able to see my iPhone there. I'm going to do a few housekeeping things here. I'm going to start an app that mirrors my iPhone,
Okay.
and I'll verify that to make sure that you're able to see that. So I'm going to start mirroring here. You should be able to see my iPhone momentarily. Just want to verify that you're able to see that.
Yes, we are. Yep.
Okay, great. Okay, so I'm gonna get started. Again, we're gonna go over the Net2phone mobile app, and as I mentioned before, it's tied to the phone system. It's tied to the user's extension. They have the ability to use a username and password to log in. And once you're once you're logged in, it stays logged in. So you can log out of the app, but you do have to go through that same process of logging back in. But there's a couple features that are nice to where it gives a user the ability where you don't have to continue to log in, log out. You can just disable the ring and like notification functionality. We call it silent mode. So I'll go over that as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and open the app up here. And as you can see, we land on the activity page. And so this activity page really it displays and it emphasizes all your interactions. And what that means is phone calls, internal calls, let it be extension dialing, or external type calling. So it lists all of that. Any interactions, Net2phone does have a instant message and a texting a component built into our platform. So those interactions, if maybe you're messaging or chatting with another coworker, or maybe you're part of a channel where it's maybe a group of users where you're collaborating together, or maybe you're sending an outbound text message to a customer or client, or receiving a text message. So this is what that activity section will show. Also voicemails. So it'll show any voicemails that you may receive on that's associated to your extension, or maybe you're part of a department and multiple individuals receive that departmental voicemail. You would also receive that voicemail if you're part of that as well. So going over to the next option, which is interactions, this is that messaging component. So you definitely have the ability for external messaging. This is your SMS and MMS texting functionality. With our MMS, you have the ability to send JPEGs, GIFs, documents. So you have that ability to share that as well. Also with our direct messaging, this is that instant internal messaging functionality where you can collaborate and message other users. And then channels, where you have the ability to create a group. Maybe you're part of a specific project, or maybe you're tech support or customer service, and you have a certain amount of individuals, and you just want to be able to communicate within that group. You have that capability as well. Also, calls. So definitely a history of all your calls, your missed calls, and then also any voicemails that you receive. Again, that's maybe directly to your extension, or if you're part of a departmental type voicemail group. So you would also receive those as well. You have the ability to listen to those messages. You have the ability to select more. You can download that or delete the voicemail as well. So as you can see, you have full access to all messages as well. And while these come up, you have the ability also with transcription. So transcription is available, so you can read your voicemails as well through the mobile app. We have inboxes as well. So this is a part of a shared inbox where you can actually, with that group, you have the ability, multiple people that would have visibility to a message, or maybe you want to transfer a message. Maybe you want to send the message to somebody else. Like maybe they're like, "Hey, thanks for helping me in billing, but can you can I speak to tech support now?" And so you have the ability to move messages around between specific maybe departments or groups as well. Going into what this is great as well, events. So this is something it's been around a while, probably about 6 to 8 months, maybe longer. But this is a great add-on that Net2phone, our developers, have created, where we have a web conferencing platform called Huddle. And with Huddle, you have the ability definitely to create new meetings. You can integrate it into your calendar. So if you're using Google Calendar, you can go in the calendar and schedule a meeting and then receive those credentials. Let it be a URL with a PIN or a phone number with a pass or a passcode type number. And this was all done on a separate app. So there was actually a separate Huddle app. And so our developers have actually combined our voice functionality app with our Huddle functionality. So it's nice now that everything is under one app instead of two. And so with that, you can definitely start a new meeting. You can join a meeting. And then also this is integrated into my calendar. So anything that's on my calendar will be reflected. And as you can see, I can join that meeting directly from the mobile app. I have my meeting ID and passcode. I have a dial-in number with a PIN. And then also shows who's associated or who's on that meeting. So it's a great tool. I use it quite a bit, and it works great. Definitely the meeting, it goes smooth. It's very the audio, the video is very good. With any mobile app, that's one thing I want to cover as well. With any mobile app, definitely most of the time, if not a lot more, the apps work great, but you are still dependent on the internet connection that you have. Let it be if you're using Wi-Fi or if you're using your cellular data, you're still dependent on that connection. And so I like to encourage customers, definitely, the mobile app is a great tool, but with any technology, it's always layered. So definitely, sometimes it's just easy to say, oh, the mobile app's not working, it's not working for me. But as a technician or as an engineer, I always ask, well, how is your internet connection, or how is your Wi-Fi or your cellular connection? Were you transitioning from 5G to 3G, or were you in an area where just the data, your cellular data, was not that good, or were you going through maybe a tunnel or something? So, that's just one thing I always like to advise customers, is that's just one area to look at. If there are some issues with, maybe if it's glitchy or you get disconnected, you have to always look at that connection component as well. But, the technology has grown. It's compared to 3 years ago, mobile applications are night and day now. Originally, mobile apps weren't created, before COVID. They weren't created for everyday use. Mobile apps were created to use once in a while, maybe once a month, if that. They weren't designed to actually be your primary device. But after COVID, where customers depended where they're working from home. They depended on the mobile app. There were a lot of gaps and holes, including Net2phone's mobile app. And 2 years ago, Net2phone basically scrapped their old mobile app and absolutely rebuilt this newer mobile app, which is 100% more stable. The quality, the voice quality is night and day compared to what it was 2 years ago. But again, this wasn't just a Net2phone issue, it was an industry issue. All UCaaS hosted providers had to rebuild their mobile apps. They were not originally not designed to be primary voice devices, but now they are. So this is a great tool. So moving on, I'm going to go into the settings. And here, there's a lot of options here. You can definitely select your time zone, your call forwarding option. Maybe you're on a vacation and you forgot to forward your extension to your coworker. You have that ability with all of your forwarding options. You also have the ability, you can change your caller ID. So maybe like today, usually I work in customer service, but today I'm going to cover for tech support. But if I make outbound calls, I want that number to reflect the tech support phone number. So you have the ability to select a phone number from the phone system for your outbound caller ID. Also, as mentioned earlier, here's your silent mode. So silent mode, maybe during the day, you want to receive calls in your mobile app, and that's great. But at nighttime or maybe at 5 p.m., you're done for the day. You don't want to log out. As you can see, you can log out, but you don't want to do that because you don't want to have to enter your username and password. You can actually select silent mode, and that disables all notifications and incoming calls to the mobile app. So that's a quick way to just basically silence the ringing function on the mobile app. Also, there's a minutes mode option. This is a great tool, as I mentioned, internet connectivity, cellular data, Wi-Fi. Maybe those connections aren't very good, or maybe you're going through an area where cell service is just not very good and your cellular data is not working very well, but your cellular voice, the voice side of the cell service is working great. Minutes mode can switch and route your calls through your cellular minutes or the voice instead of your cellular data. So I live in the Pacific Northwest. There's areas in the mountains where cellular data can be spotty. And so this is a great tool. So if I'm in those areas or traveling through those areas, I can select minutes mode and I can still have that ability to receive inbound and outbound phone calls, but it's using my cellular minutes instead of my cellular data. All right. So with that, also lastly, I'll finish up here. Uh, your company directory. So here's your internal directory internally. You can also bring in, this is tied to your email or your calendar accounts. You can bring in your personal contacts as well. So when you set up an email account on your smartphone, it asks you, would you like to include notes? Would you like to include your calendar? But it also asks you, would you like to include your contacts? And when you enable that function, that's where those contacts will be populated on the mobile app as well. So that's a great feature there. And lastly, I just wanted to just conduct a phone call. So as you can see, you have the ability definitely to make outbound calls. So I'm going to make a call, and then I'll show you some of those functions as well. So we'll make that call. So as you can see, I'm going to place it on mute, but there is an active call happening. But you have the ability to mute. You have the ability to go to speakerphone if you'd like as well. You can place the call on hold. You can transfer with your consultative or blind transfer functionality. And also you can add a call. So conduct like a three-way conference call. So you definitely have that capability as well. So I just wanted to show you an active call and how that works. It's a direct dial. So as soon as you hit call, it dials out. So with that, really, that's just a real high level of our mobile app. It's definitely associated and tied to the phone system. And users have the ability to, if they wanted to use this, maybe they're remote or working out of the office, they can still receive calls, make outbound calls, transfer calls, etc. So glad to give you this demo. And at this point, I'm gonna hand it back to Matt.
And again, Jason, they would pull this if they have Android out of the Google Play Store, and then if they have iPhone, they pull it out of the Apple Store, right?
Absolutely, yes, correct.
Okay. And then a quick question before we go. You showed the voicemail transcription. If somebody wanted to turn that off, is that possible? And is that something you do through the admin portal and not necessarily the app?
That is correct. So users do have the ability to disable transcription, and it is done through the web app.
Okay, very good. Those are the two questions I had. Jason, thanks again for jumping on and going through the mobile app and its features and what it can do. And Jason, I look forward to seeing you again in the next video in our series.
All right, sounds good.
Thanks, Jason. Have a good one.